Hi everybody, my name is Eric Ostroff. I'm Ryder Ostroff's dad. Today I'm going to be showing you several videos of different projects I've worked on related to video games. And the first thing we're going to start off with is the NES Classic. Now the NES Classic that I have has a little bit something else under the hood. It's called a Retroflag and works a little bit differently from the NES Classic where you only get a couple of games. Mine has a little bit more power under the hood. It has a kind of a hard drive filled with games and just a whole enjoyment for the family. Okay, guys? So let's have a look and show. Ryder, I'm going to have you show them all what this little version of RetroPie looks like. It looks very similar to what the NES Classic looks like. So let's have a look. Okay. Okay.
Looks like that.
Now we're going to have a look at the TV screen. And as you see, it has...
Can you see, Daddy?
I'm going to load up the controller. What I'm using right now is a Bluetooth PS4 controller to run this system. You use a variety of different controllers, like classic controllers that will plug into the USB ports with a long extension, or you can use a Bluetooth controller, which I have. As you see, I'm scrolling left to right through all these Blu-ray discs. This is just one of the menu options you can use, and the different themes. There are many different things you can put on this to make it look very nice and snazzy. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through a little bit of my history of life of playing video games, starting with the very first system I grew up with, called the Nintendo Entertainment System. So when we do that, I'm going to go into the system and I'm going to search for a game that I grew up playing. We're going to just bypass all this because there's over 791 games on board. And this stuff is just colossal with the amount of games you can play. You'll never have enough time to play these things. So what we're going to do first is we're going to jump the letters. We're going to go to M, okay? We're going to play a game that I really thoroughly enjoyed. Okay, so let me just do that again. Oh, whoops. I made a little bit of a mistake. Give me a second. Okay, let's get out of that. Let's just go into...
The letters.
Letters, we're going to go to M. Okay, now we're in the M section. So you can go and bypass all the games by going through the letters. There's kind of like a chronological order, and you can skip things as long as you put up that screen. So what we're going to first do is find the game that I grew up, and we just passed it. It's called Maniac Mansion. What next? I know this game is on computer, but I grew up playing it on the Nintendo. So let's do this. Okay. The famous meteor that hits the ground. There even used to be a television show of this, which was really interesting. And even to have music with this at the time was revolutionary. I give props to everyone who worked on this. This was an excellent LucasArts game and one of my favorite games, not only of the Nintendo, but of all time. So that makes the game. This game is called what we call a point and click game.
Do that glasses
guy. We choose different characters.
Do the glasses guy.
You want the glasses guy? Okay. His name was Bernard. And then we had some other ones, and I don't remember all their names.
No, not that glasses guy.
You want this glasses guy too?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy was Sid. So we're going to start the game.
How much guys are you playing?
See, this was a game that I played and thoroughly enjoyed back in the I guess it would be the early 90s if I'm right. I'm not 100% sure. This is all available on the Retropies that I build. You get a categorization of tons of games to play, and it's brings you back down retro lane. So as you see, we have this game. I'm going to play for a couple more seconds to give you an idea of what it is, and then I'm going to turn off and we'll try out another couple of games that I grew up playing. Okay?
Mario?
Just keep the camera posted on the TV rider so everyone can see the game, okay?
Okay, I play Super Mario.
What?
I play Super Mario. Super Mario.
Low battery?
No, Super Mario.
Super Mario? We're going to stay away from that one, okay?
Okay.
Everyone knows this, okay? So here's a point and click. I'm taking the person. What we're going to do is we're going to ring the doorbell, okay? And this is the funny part. See, but first we're going to do something. There was always a little trick I knew about. So you would push the mat. Or we would do is maybe pull doormat. Yeah, and look what we found. Go to key. And we're gonna get key. And then, are you showing the TV rider a little better?
Yep.
Okay. Then we're gonna go to doorbell. And we're gonna push doorbell just for the fun of it. One of the members of the family, oh, the doorbell. See, this guy, he can become your friend or your worst enemy. At the beginning, he doesn't trust you until you find his package. But anyways, this is what the game is like, and it's interesting. So now I can use key in front door. And then I can go in, but look what's gonna happen. I'm in his house, so now I'm an intruder. So I can either go in the kitchen to hide, or he can find me, or I can go outside. I'm gonna run outside before he catches me. See, he went back upstairs. He usually comes and says, is his package here? And we should say no. So it's a very interesting and fun game, and it was one I just enjoyed playing when I grew up. So we're gonna get out of this game now, which you can get out of every game you want to play. And we're gonna go
8 minutes.
What?
So far it was 8 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It's a long video because I'm trying to show them a couple of the features. Okay, so what we're gonna do is now back out, and we're gonna go to another system. Okay, we're gonna go to something I played when I was more in my teenage years, a very important time in my life, and it was the Sega CD. Okay, so we're gonna click on that, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun in Sega CD. Now, Sega CD was an attachment to the Sega Genesis, or in this case, the Mega Drive, which was the name in Japan. But we're gonna find the game, and we're gonna, once again, we're gonna go through the thing, and we're gonna find it. We're gonna look for G. Okay? And G is what we're gonna find. And the game, there's only one game in the G category. And this game was called Ground Zero Texas. This just blew my mind. Even though Sega CD was considered a flop in the Genesis era, it was still an amazing system for a lot of people growing up. I mean, we loved it because it had all these games that were FMV videos, which means full motion video. And this was one that stood out in my lifetime that I just had to have it when I saw it. And my parents would beg with me not to get it, but I used my bar mitzvah money, and I got this system with this game. So let's have a look at the game quickly. It's gonna load up. Are you keeping an eye on the TV there, Ryder?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. That's my little cameraman, Ryder. Say hello, Ryder.
Hello. How you doing?
Okay, so we're gonna press start and go into
Stop.
Sega.
Load up. Woo, Ninja Turtles. What's that?
Now, one thing, a little bit of a disclaimer I'm going to mention is this system, it has a lot of games on it. That's why it's all running off of a 1 terabyte hard drive. So at the beginning, there's going to be an intro screen and there's going to be a loading screen. And that's just a disclaimer, so things will have to load up. It takes a couple of minutes, but it loads up. Nothing to worry about. And then at the end, you can quit the game and turn it off. It's like a computer.
I want to sit down. Can I sit down, Daddy?
Yeah, sit down if you can get a good aim of the TV. If you're tired, it's okay, Ryder.
Okay.
Maybe we can even like pan out a bit so we can see the TV a little
Okay.
bit more.
Let's see.
Okay. So you see like how this is filming and everything? It's crazy. And another cool thing about this is there's the guy who's running to the helicopter, and his name is Danny Aiello. I had a friend whose son was related to this guy, which is really weird. So it's funny how these things work. And you see how they do it in the first person, so it makes you feel like you're a part of the game. That's what's so cool.
Here we go.
And this game just blew my mind. There were other cool games like Sewer Shark and other games that were on the Sega CD that I thoroughly loved. Like Rise of the Dragon, all these kind of cool games.
I like Raven's Legends, so.
Well, Rayman's Legends is for PS4, and but this is games that don't play. I'm only doing retro games. These videos are all about retro games.
How do you use a PS4 controller?
Well, that's a very interesting story, Ryder. I have an option to use Bluetooth for this, so that's why I choose the PS4, because it's easy to sync and be usable. This is just the intro of the game. It always sets up the mood, and then I'll show you a little bit of how it plays.
I'm heading back down to the plaza. Good luck. We're up there.
It's been 12 minutes.
Okay.
They've gone to a battle cam setup. The town is rigged for picture. It's your eyes and ears at 4 critical locations. To be tied into the database of Fort Meade.
Wow, 14 minutes and 14 seconds.
With limited energy capacitors. So make smart decisions. We're in here.
Wow, that's a long road.
Yeah, it is, but that's how games work. The videos always got longer and that stuff, but it's a whole part of it because you help these guys defeat aliens. It's a game all about aliens. So this is what it is, a cool game that I can play. And these games weren't cheap at the time. When I was buying them, me and my friends went out and got games like Double Switch, I got Ground Zero. They were $100 games at the time. And now with you can play these games for nothing.
You watch our backs and be there in the event that something goes wrong. And there's one other thing. You're the last chance we have. We don't get this situation contained. HQ has B2 in the air with attack mode. I'm ready to drop.
So keep it going, okay? We're almost done there, little guy. Okay, so it's setting up the battle cam, and you have to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, scoping out the different areas. So what we're gonna do now is just wait for it, and we're gonna wait for our cue to go to the certain area. Once the cue comes up, that means there's something going down. Oh, there's something going on at area 2. So we have to go check it out. What we have is it's kind of like a point and click, but it's a gun, okay? And then it's going to help you find out where the guys are who are going to be shooting at you.
Matthews, I'll be your contact out here on Main Street. Just keep a cool head. You'll get through this.
Ryder, keep the viewed up on the system.
Gonna get rolling up around here. Let me tell you.
See, now you have a whole set of people up. See, I got the first guy. Now the guy walks by, so you can't hit him, he's a pedestrian. Oh, I can't believe I missed that person. I got him. I gotta be careful. Can't let them hit you too much. See, I did it. So now it's going to send you to 4. And you have to go to 4 and meet up with a new person. So that's what the game is all about. It's kind of like a point and click shooter.
So,
And that's how the game goes. So pretty much that's the gist of it. But I just want to give you an example of the sheer amount of games that I have built onto these Retropods, okay? So I'm going to go out of the system and give you just a little bit of a scope. For Sega CD, there's, as you can see, Ryder, get a little closer to the screen there and show them the bubble at the bottom there.
What
so
bubble?
for Sega CD, it
What
might be
bubble?
hard to see because we're using a cell phone. There's 121 games just for Sega CD. Sega 32X, 33 games. Setup, that's all the options, so that doesn't really count for anything. PlayStation, 229. Now that's a lot to put on because these games take a lot of space. PC Engine, which is the same as TurboGrafx 16, there's 576 games available. Neo Geo Pocket, 40. Neo Geo Pocket Color, oh, well, the other one was Color. This one's the regular one, the black and white one, 9 games. Nintendo, as I was right and correct, it's 791 games. Neo Geo, 101 games. Mega Drive, which is Sega Genesis, was 683 games. Game Boy Color, 535. Game Boy Advance, a whopping 2,246 games. Game Boy, but that might be because, let me just check in there. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Yeah. Okay, so Game Boy, 838. Game Gear, 499. Family Computer Disk System, 90 games. Atari Lynx, 151 games. Atari 7800, 51 games. Atari 2600, 826 games. Arcade, 1,379 games.
wow.
Wonder Swan Color, 94 games. Wonder Swan, 219 games. Nintendo Virtual Boy, 24 games. Vectrix, 23 games. Super Nintendo, 779 games. Sega SG-1000, 68 games. And then right back to the Sega CD with 121 games. So as you see, there's a lot of different categories, a lot of variations of games, and this is what I provide to you guys. If anyone is interested in these videos and want to see more, press the subscribe button and take a like at this video. But another thing we're going to have done is PM me in the comments about whether this is something that interests you, and we can talk about maybe having this made for you. So have a nice day, and thank you to my co-host here, Ryder, for doing all the videos. Have a nice day. Bye.